What's up, Madden community? MT Square back with another Madden 23 Ultimate Team video. And today I'm going to talk about my top 10 cards under 300,000 coins, and we're also going to look at the abilities each card gets. If you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so you can see my daily videos. Like goal for this video is 15. Thank you in advance for the support. All right, so looking at number 10, we've got Russell Wilson's Redux card. So I have not personally used this card. This is actually one of only 2 cards on this list that I have not used. I wasn't really a huge fan of any of the quarterbacks under 300,000 coins. I feel like if there's a position that you're going to want to spend a little bit more for, quarterback is probably going to be the one that you want to do that for. But if you are looking for a quarterback that is not 500,000 coins or more, Russell Wilson is probably the card for you. He's got 86 speed, 91 throw power, 88 short accuracy, 89 medium, 91 deep, 89 throw under pressure, 91 throw on the run, and 92 play action. He gets Broncos and Seahawks chemistries. And the abilities that he gets, he does get fearless and set feet lead, which are 2 of the better abilities in the game right now. Quarterbacks are starting to get gunslinger, also hot route master. If you are looking for a free quarterback, there is that Josh Allen card that you get at level 41 on your field pass. He gets the gunslinger ability. That's a pretty good card. There is the new Steve Young card that came out. That's going to cost you like 500,000 or 600,000 coins, maybe even a little bit more depending on how the market shifts. But the Russell Wilson card is going to be the best option under 300,000 coins. If you want to spend a little bit more, there is that Steve Air McNair card, which is going to cost you about 450,000. Next up at number 9, we have Rod Woodson. Rod Woodson came out a long time ago, but that card is still really good. There's not a lot of safeties actually in Madden Ultimate Team that have over 90 for man coverage and zone coverage. But Rod Woodson is one of them, and he has pretty good speed for a 90 overall card. So he's got 89 speed, 89 acceleration, 72 tackling, 90 play rec, 87 pursuit, 90 man coverage, 91 zone, and 88 hit power. I use this Rod Woodson card for a very long time. On my Legends team, on my 49ers, and on a Raiders team I ran for a brief stint. But that Rod Woodson card's really good. He's only 6 feet tall. He does get some really good abilities too, which is good. He gets a deep route KO ability for only 1 AP, or if you like to run zone, if you want to have him as your deep zone, he gets deep in zone KO ability for only 1 ability point, and mid zone KO for only 1 ability point as well. So I think that that's pretty key. He gets a bunch of other abilities, but those are his discounted abilities. Keep in mind that those are only going to be the discounted abilities on his power up. So you will need to power him up, which at this point in the game is really not going to be that expensive. His 90 overall card is going for like 150, 175,000 coins last I saw. So he's definitely a much more budget-friendly option compared to the rest of the cards on this list. At number 8, we have SUGGS T-SIZZLE. So the reason why I like T-SIZZLE, and I used him for quite a while as well, is because he has over 90 for block shed, power movement, and finesse move. He's got decent speed. There are more edge rushers that are getting over 90 for power move, finesse move, and block shed, but he was one of the first ones. He does have 87 speed, 93 acceleration, 86 pursuit, 90 tackling, 86 play rec, 91 block shed, 91 power move, and 90 finesse move. He gets the Legends chemistry, of course, along with Cardinals, Chiefs, and Ravens. And for abilities, he gets Unpredictable for 0 ability points, and also Lurker for 1 ability point. He does get Edge Threat also for the standard 3 ability points for his position. I would recommend using Unpredictable and Edge Threat. That's what I used on him when I had him. Next up, at number 7, we have TYREEK Hill. So TYREEK Hill was the first wide receiver in the game to get 93 speed stock. I ran him on my Dolphins team for quite a while with 95 speed. So that was pretty sick. But if you're not running a team, he's still a really good card. He has over 90 for all the routes, so he's got 93 speed, 87 jumping, 89 catch, 87 catch in traffic, 90 spec catch, 90 short route running, 90 medium, and 93 deep. This card's going to cost you right around 300,000 coins. Definitely a really good card, fast card. He's not very tall though. He's only 5'9", so just keep in mind for that. For the abilities he gets, he does get Jukebox for 1 ability point, which I'm not really sure is worth it for a wide receiver, but if that's your gig, then definitely go for that. He gets Mid-In Elite for 1 ability point, and then also Outside Apprentice for 1 ability point as well. Next up at number 6, we have a Javon Kearse, the Freak, his AKA 92 overall card. Kearse has 89 speed, 92 acceleration, 86 strength, 87 tackling, 87 play rec, 94 block shed, 90 power move, and 93 finesse move. So this is another really good edge rusher. He's a left end in the game, so you can also have him as your rush defensive tackle if you want to have different edge rushers on the outside. So you can have him as an edge rusher or as a rush defensive tackle if you want. Gets Eagles, Titans, and Legends chemistries. For his special abilities, he does get Speedster for 0 ability points. He also gets Closer for 1 and Persistent for 1, which aren't really that great. He does get Edge Threat for the standard 3 ability points. So minimally, you're going to want to put Speedster on him for the 0 ability points. You can also put Edge Threat on him as well if you want. Next up at number 5, we have Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, this is a really good card. I played against a lot of Pitts. I haven't picked him up myself because I'm still using Dave Casper on my theme team. But Pitts has 91 speed with 79 strength, 92 catch in traffic, 90 spec catch, 90 short route running, 92 medium, and 65 run block. Really good card. Good route running, good speed. He's 6'5". Actually, I think he's 6'6". For Kyle Pitts. And these most feared cards, they're right around 300,000 coins, depending on the day of the week and the time of the day even. You can get them for around 280, 290. Sometimes they're over 300,000 coins. They're probably going to start to go up in price, I think, though, because of the fact that the rerolls for the most feared are not available anymore. So keep that in mind that you may want to look at getting some of these most feared cards sooner rather than later. Next up, we have at number, the abilities that Kyle Pitts gets. He does get mid-elite and deep elite for 1 ability point, or you can use run-off elite on him for 1 ability point as well. Next up at number 4, we have Jalen Ramsey. I have this card on my Rams team that I just switched to yesterday, actually, and he has been really good for me. He's got 92 speed, 91 acceleration, 89 agility, 92 jumping, 88 play rec, 92 man, 91 zone, and 90 press. He is 6'1". He has Jaguars and Rams chemistries. He also gets the deep route KO ability on him for 2 ability points, mid zone for 2, and pick artist for 1. So I have the deep route KO ability on him for the 2 ability points. You could also run pick artist on him for 1 ability point. Probably don't want to use mid zone unless if he is your slot corner. Personally, I have Aeneas Williams as my slot corner because he's a little bit shorter, but you can do what you guys like. Next up at number 3, we have Eric Dickerson. This card's only going for like 190,000 coins right now, and it is still a really good card. He's got 91 speed, 88 acceleration, 93 agility, 87 carrying, 70 catch, 91 change of direction, 90 trucking, and 93 break tackle. He gets Legends, Colts, Falcons, Raiders, and Rams chemistry. This card has been really good for me since I restarted using him. I used him when he first came out, and then I took a break from him for, I forget who I was using in the meantime. When I went to my Dolphins team, I went back to Ricky Williams, but I just switched to Rams team, and this Eric Dickerson card is still really good. There's a lot of good running backs in the game. Obviously, the new Barry Sanders card just came out. That's the new best running back in the game, probably. I haven't used that Barry card, but this Eric Dickerson card, really good for me. 4 abilities. He doesn't get anything crazy. He does get the running back apprentice. It's like 7,000 training, though, if you wanted to use that for 2 ability points. I have John Elway, who has Hot Route Master on him, so I don't need the running back apprentice ability. I don't even use any abilities on him. I just use the X Factor or Freight Train. So there's no abilities on him that I'm using. If you're going to use something, I guess you could use Bruiser for the better animated stiff arms and trucking animations if you wanted to do that. Next up, we have DERWIN James at number 2. So DERWIN James is on my team right now as a sub linebacker. I use him as my user. He's 6'2". He's got 91 speed, 91 acceleration, 88 tackling, 89 play rec, 92 pursuit, and 89 man coverage with 91 zone and 90 hit power. So this card is really good. He's probably the best user in the game after Isaiah Polomeo, who is that free card you get on the competitive field pass right now for getting to 200 competitive points. But if you are not somebody who grinds out that competitive field pass, DERWIN James is probably the card for you. 6'2", got good height, good speed. He's got good coverage skills if you did want to put him out in coverage and use for somebody else. And he's a really good card. He gets some nice animations too. And for abilities, he does get Pick Artist for 1 ability point, Enforcer for 1, and Crusher for 0. I would recommend Pick Artist on him if you are going to use an ability of one of the cheaper abilities. And then at number 1, we have Harold Carmichael, 6'8" wide receiver with 90 speed, 92 jumping, 89 catch, 92 catch in traffic, 92 spec catch, 91 short, 88 medium, and 89 deep route running. So I did not try out Harold Carmichael when he first came out because I was using my Dolphins theme team, and I had Tyreek Hill, Mark Clayton, and Brandon Marshall as my main 3 receivers. I'm like, I don't need Harold Carmichael. When I switched to this Rams theme team, I had an ability to add an extra flex wide receiver, and I'm like, let me try him out. I throw high point throws that I think are going to overthrow my wide receiver, and Harold Carmichael just makes this little animation. Even if you do like a rack catch with him, he still goes up and gets it. So definitely worth it in my opinion, especially with how OP high point throwing has been this year in Madden 23. Harold Carmichael, definitely the most overpowered and still pretty reasonable on price card in my opinion. He's only got 90 speed, which is starting to get a little outdated, but I don't think that is really a huge issue for him because of his height. For abilities, he does get the deep out ability for 1 ability point, mid-in elite for 1, and then also the red zone threat ability. I have deep out elite on him, and that has worked really good for me. So comment down below who you are using from this list and who I may have missed. I've used every card on here except the Kyle Pitts and Russell Wilson cards, and I'm still using, like I said, Carmichael, Derwin, Ramsey, and Dickerson on my team right now. There are a lot of really good budget options out there that are cheaper, but I felt like these cards at or right around 300,000 coins are slightly higher level than those. And the next level, you're going to have to, end up spending 500, 600,000 coins or even $1 million. And that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful. And if you did, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so you can see my daily videos. And thank you for watching this video.